In the morning.
Well, hello, hello, hello. How are all my friends? Gracious. Yeah, we're going to talk about fish here. Talk about fish. That's what we're here to do. We're here to talk about fish. And you know what about fish? Well, when you talk about fish, you just wind up talking about everything under the sun now, don't you? That's right. So, let's get over here on. Here we are. Look at this. I just knocked it out of the park today. I have got everything so lined up. It's bound to fall apart. Greatest ever. Kick it up one more degree. You want to be at 86.4. 86.4. So 87 degrees. Xanadu. Hello, hello, Steve Campbell. Let's see if anybody doesn't have a wrench. Everybody has a wrench. Look at this. The whole house is blue. We are blue from one end to the other. A Naresh. Karunika Red Naresh. Hello. Nice to see you. Let me run through all these names. Scott Stankovich. Hey, Scott. Jay Blumquist. Talk Logans. Karuna Karen. Steve Campbell. Greatest ever. Kevin Rosenberg. Xanadu. Richard McCarthy. I said Hawk Logan's Aquatics. Jay Blumquist. Kevin Rosenberg. Gossamer Prince. Hello, Adam West. Nano. David G. Richard McCarthy. That's the Nano Aquarium guy. And we got them all, the aquarists. Jay Blomquist. Mermaids Chorus. Scott Stankovich, I mentioned. Kevin Rosenberg. James Green. And we are at the top. Now I'm going to go all the way to the bottom. Down to the bottom. Vinoxky. Hey, Vinoxky. Lumpy Dog. A nice eyeliner makeup commercial. Really? Well, I'll have to start selling it. Well, Sandy Diamond. Hello, Sandy. XOXO to you too, sweetie. Petroman. Good to see you. Timmy 250. Timmy 250. Hello. You know what's interesting? Names haven't seen for a while. They've all got wrenches. We've been passing out wrenches. Lord knows how long. A year. Easily a year. I think Mary first came on with us a year ago. It was in September, so actually a little more than a year ago. A year and a couple of weeks ago. And so did Cassie B. And we had a great time, didn't we? It was wonderful. And we've been having a great time ever since. With a few bumps in the road, but that's all right. There are always going to be bumps in the road. Xanadu. Let's see. Couple of things. Tam Shepard. Hello. Frickin' fried chicken Friday. Air fryer. You know, I don't know what an air fryer is. I saw them recently. Saw one at Walmart. Almost picked it up. I guess I will. Hulk remembers those days. Yeah. No, we all got wrenched on first or second live stream, Lumpy Dog says. Lord, that was going back. Now you're going back to February of 1990, and we're in October of 91. So that's like 19, 20 months ago. 20 months ago. They cook everything quick and crispy. I will. I like crispy. My teeth don't like crispy, but I do. Tam Shepard, Sandy Diamond. Happy to have you here, Sandy Diamond. Oh, I got to tell you all, I talked to Precious Tranquility today. She's busy working on her house. She is amazing. The woman is amazing. Just astounding. She has virtually built her home, and it's a big, astounding, beautiful home over there in Texas. So she's doing well. Haven't missed her for a while. Haven't seen her, haven't talked to her, but she's happy and working hard. Elaine I never say this right. Lucart. Can we talk about scuds and moina? I divided them into several 1-gallon bowls and buckets. Some are cloudy. Is this okay, or should I change water? If so, how do I do it without losing any babies? Scuds and moina. Well, okay. Cloudy. Don't worry about cloudy. 1-gallon bowls and buckets. What you want to do is, it's getting kind of cold now, so you probably can't do it. I was going to say put them outside and cover them with a screen. The scuds you don't have to. The moina you do, because mosquito larvae will kill them. They'll eat them up. What can you do with them? Well, what are you feeding? Is that where it's cloudy? What are you feeding them? Let's talk about it a little bit. My wrench is missing. No, Paul C., your wrench is not missing. You are elevated to a higher level. Note, you are green. That means you are a member, a paying member, if you will, of the Fish Fam family, of the Father Fish channel. And we just are very happy that you were here and with us, and gratified that you are green, and wishing everyone were green. So you're not missing a wrench. You're gaining a color. It makes you master of the universe, Paul. Master of the universe. Okay, what do we got? We got 40 people here. No, he has not been stripped of his wrench. Roman Schrock. Shame on you. Maple Street Aquatics. Hello, hello. And Hawk liked your earlier stream. I'm sure he did. Hello, Maple Street. All right. Let's see. Little bit Scott Stankovich. See, Scott's green too. Look at that. We have two leaders here among us. Scott and Paul, back to back. Look at that. Tori is here. Hello, Tori. The square next to the name is the member symbol. Right, that's the little picture box. Tori's is a square. Hawk's is a circle. I don't know what the difference is. Mains, tails, and furs. Hi, Jess. Nice to see you. Ooh, look, Here, Fishy is here. Hey, hey. Nice to see you, girl. Good to have you with us. Tam Shepard. I also am a member and Blue Tory and Blue Tory. So I guess it's possible to have a wrench. Oh, that's odd. That is odd indeed. I'll have to look into that. That's strange. Huh. Okay. Whatever. We'll check it out. Anyway, who was it? Brother Abernathy, who is one of our luminaries over on Discord, sent a letter to Garf, Garf. I've mentioned Garf here before. And he got an answer back, wouldn't you know? And he got an answer back that was very gratified to have received his letter. And we're kind of hoping that she's going to show up here today. I'm just looking for the letter. There it is. Sally Jo Headley. Sally Jo and her husband, Leroy, who died in 1912, nearly 10 years ago, began an operation in 1995 called the Geothermal, I don't know what, ARF, Research Foundation, Geothermal Aquatic Research Foundation, in which they were studying natural systems for raising coral and saltwater fish. Now, I became acquainted with them around 2000, about 5 years after they were well into this project. And I began applying the techniques that they had learned to freshwater. And that's where the whole deep substrate, freshwater deep substrate concept really had its foundation. There were dirted tanks before that, but nobody had really figured out how to separate the nutrition from the water column. That was the key for Garf. They were able to achieve that. And so I began following them and began trying to adapt their practices to a freshwater environment. And it has worked amazingly well. And we are well down the road on this now. In fact, we've reached a point that they did independently where they were able to create a food web in their system that provides nourishment for their corals and their fish. So I'm hoping that Sally Jo is going to be around, that we'll be able to get in touch with her and be able to begin working with her, because it would be wonderful to tie these two disciplines together, to be able to do the food web, deep substrate, natural system for both freshwater and saltwater. I think that would give us a winning combination. So very, very, very hopeful that we're going to be able to begin working together with her on that. And she may show up today. We just don't know. John Sua, hello. Danny Ken, hello. Kenny, nice to see you. Great to have you with us. Dennis Christensen, hi there. I am good, Kenny. Thank you. How are you? Adam has not gotten a response yet. Okay, I'm sure you will. Um, the letter she sent was just really very kind. I want to be in contact with her as well. Maybe I can do that over the weekend and see if we can't begin working something together. Asia Llewellyn is here. Hello, Asia. Dan Watch. Wooch. Hi, Dan. Let's see. Scott Stinkovich. Roman is resting his case regarding wrenches, whatever his case was. Don't know what his case was, but we're perfectly happy for him to rest it. Tam Shepard. I'm also a member in blue, Tori, so I guess it's possible to be a member and have a wrench. Seems odd to me somehow. Don't understand it at all. Doesn't make a bit of sense. Now, one of the things I did discover is that if I give you a wrench and you come back on and you're no longer wrenched the next time you show up, that's because you have not signed up to the Fatherfish channel. So you got to do that. You don't have to be a paying member, but you do have to register. You do have to be a subscriber. Otherwise, you lose your wrench. Well, now Naresh has made it so you can't even post a comment unless you're a subscriber. So, there is that. Well, we're just trying real hard to get to 10,000. That's all that is. Oh, well. What else? What else? Adam West. Not gotten a response yet, right? We did that. Doo. Sandy Diamond is also a member with a blue wrench. This seems rather odd to me. Maybe you get green when maybe it depends on how long you've been a member. I know there are different colors, and that may have something to do with it. Fish and Shrimp by Rich is not here again. Good job. Anna Jane Freeze. I found dead guppy on the substrate the other day. The assassin snails were eating it, so I was unsure about whether to remove it. Nah, it'll be fine. Just let them eat it. And let's see, we'll have to give Anna a wrench, and Marcy SoCal is here. Now, Marcy, we're gonna turn Marcy blue too. Marcy has hi Marcy. Nice to have you with us. I was just talking with her. She posted a video, has an absolutely incredible Orenda. I'll tell you what, I want to try to get it. Let me see if I can get it. Doobie-doo. I don't know if I can do it or not. Why can't I do this? Search. Okay. Marcy SoCal. RCIESO. Whoops. OCAL. Right. Got it. Let's see, right here. And this is Georgie. And Georgie is gorgeous. Look at this. This is Georgie. Georgie is about 5 years old, Marcy? About a 4 or 5 year old Orenda, lion cap Orenda, that has a growth, a cancerous growth. Look at this. Watch this now. This is so cool. Here comes Georgie. Look at her calling him. There he comes. Look at this. Look at this. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. like a little puppy dog. Do you believe it? Isn't that great? I love it. Amazing. So Georgie has a growth, a cancerous growth. Now, uh, we can let Marcy talk about it. She said that she was able to remove it at one point, and it's starting to come back again. So let's see. Let me pets the fish. Right? Not amazing. Isabella. Hello, Isabella. Mermaid's course. Yes. Stunning fish, isn't it? Um, it has a growth on its cap. Elaine Lucard only got a small amount of each. What is she talking about? Oh, right. The Scuds and Moena. Want to divide them up? Yeah, good idea. Try to do. You can feed them yeast. A bubbler doesn't necessarily help. Let's see. Whip's World is over on Facebook, and it's just sent us love. Whip, why don't you come over to YouTube, where we'll be able to talk to you? We can't talk to you on Facebook, but thank you very much for the heart. He just sent us a heart, and I don't know any way I can show it. Kenny is saying maybe next year, Roman, it'll be better. Next year, 2-day event. Oh, talking about they're wonderful. Da-da. Let's see. Mercy says, okay, end of July, I removed the growth. Definitely a tuber in the middle. Unsure if it originated in nostril or just next to it. C.W. McGowan, hello. Nice to have you here, C.W. Let's turn and get C.W. a wrench. Everybody gets to be a monitor over here. Doobie-doo. So, you said it's growing back, though. I mentioned Precious Tranquility earlier, and the reason I mentioned her is because of my conversation with Marcy, because she's a real goldfish pro, and we will try to get her in touch with you at some point. Try to get her on your channel and looking at it. Oh, I do want to post your link so we can get people over looking at your channel. There's Marcy's link. So you might go over there and sign up to her channel and take another long look at that amazing Aranda. Greatest ever. My Bucephalandra has been melting unlike before. What are your best tips for growing Buse submerged? Gee whiz. I've done well and I've done poorly with Buse. Sometimes I do really well and sometimes I don't. I discovered something recently. In fact, I finally discovered it today. I've got a tank. Let me show you this. This is kind of interesting. This tank, you all know the tank. I've been having trouble with it for the last few months. Basically, since I've been here. Never had a problem with it before. Have not been able to figure out what it was. Today I figured out what's going on. There are certain fish I simply can't keep in it. They just don't survive. There are certain plants that don't do well in it. Didn't really understand why until today. I found this little device which measures TDS. Imagine that. So I put it in there and I tested the TDS, total dissolved solids. And guess what I discovered? They are right around 1,000. Well over 900, very close to 1,000. That puts this tank at just emerging into brackish. So it is virtually a brackish tank. Now, what that means is there's some animals like the mollies, some of the other natives, and a few other fish in here. The autocinclus, curiously, love it. Some fish do very well in it, but the kinds of fish I've been trying to keep, which are saltwater fish, now the pH is 6.5. So it's not a high pH, which means there's not much in the way of carbonates in it, but it is got a lot of TDS in it, a lot of parts per million. So now that I've figured out what the problem is, now I have to decide what I want to do about it. And what I might want to do about it is get out and collect some pupfish and do pupfish in it. Boy, why are we flashing? Ah, wasn't that exciting? Isabella, greatest ever. Ha ha ha. Nice to see you, Isabella. My Buse of Laundry has been melting. Anyway, soft water. Buse wants soft water, preferably acidic water, but certainly soft water. They also like an aged tank. It's hard to get Buse going in a brand new tank because of the kind of plant it is. It has to take its nutrients out of the water column. So you may need to liquid fertilize it. If you have, the more fish you have, the more or inverts you have in the tank, the better it's going to do, because the more nutrients they're going to they're going to put in the water column. So those are two considerations: soft acid water and nutrients in the water column. An aged tank will provide that, and you won't have to do ferts in it. Tam Shepard, welcome to the Shoal, C.W. McGowan. Hello, hello. I think I did that. So there are plants that do well in brackish. Well, you know what? There are a lot of plants that do well in brackish. It's amazing how many do well in brackish. A lot of the plants in Florida are brackish plants. In fact, a lot of the plants that are in the industry, that are in the hobby, a lot of the common, more popular ones, Vallisneria, for example, not Anubias. Anubias is a saltwater plant, but the Ludwigia, Kabamba, Anacharis, those are all brackish plants. Swords, the Amazon sword does well in a brackish environment. So go figure. pH 60, TDS 160, greatest ever says. Temp 75, KH 25, that's good. I'm surprised your pH is that low with the KH of 25. That's interesting. General hardness 120, TDS 160. Nice soft plant, a soft tank. Sounds good. What kind of fish do you have in there, greatest ever? Rainwater. Sounds like rainwater, doesn't it? What is this? What is Lunar referring to? Carol Cox, hello, hello. Nice to see you. Lunar Bettas, greatest ever Xanadu. My tap water TDS is almost 1200. Tetras, Rasboras, Bettas, Rainbows, Gudgeons, and Corys all seem to do okay. I struggle with cherry barbs. Yeah, I struggle with rainbows. And I couldn't do, I've got a few tetras. I couldn't do neons. I did Bettas, they did all right. Couldn't do rainbows. Gudgeons do fine. Rasboras, yeah, Corys are a mixed bag. It depends on the type of Cory. Some do well, some don't. But that's interesting that you've got a high TDS as well. You know, it's not a sick tank. You know, fish are not sick in it. I've got a dozen or more fish in there that are all very healthy, moving around, doing well. It's just that the Cedar McGill, which I tried 3 different times to keep in there, just didn't like it at all and didn't make it at all. So now I know. I was talking with one of the ladies on Discord the other day, yesterday, in fact. She was having trouble with her tanks. Doesn't understand why. So I talked to her about my tank and this tank I was just showing you, and explained that I'm having trouble with this. Now, this was yesterday. So my advice was to do as I do, which is to just sit and think it through and look at it and try to figure it out. Not be in any big rush. I wasn't killing everything off. It was not a mucky swamp. It just wasn't doing what I wanted it to do. So it's been 4 months, at least 4 months. I've been dealing with this, trying to understand it. It didn't click. You know, it didn't get through to me until I picked up this meter today and stuck it in there, and whoops, all of a sudden I knew what was going on. So What you don't want to do when you have something going on like that in your tank, where it's just not performing the way you want it to, is just sit back and study it. Just kind of keep it on the top of your list. But don't do anything. Don't get in there and start mucking around and trying to fix what you don't understand. Wait until you understand it. If you sit there long enough and you stew on it long enough, you'll figure it out. It'll come to you. It may come accidentally. It did for me when I found this meter and started testing things. And whoops, all of a sudden, I knew what the problem was. Now I need to decide what I'm going to do about it. And I may not do anything about it. Or I may do a total water change and bring all new stuff in it. What I have to decide is what I'm going to do with the rest of the tanks here. Now, give you another example of this. I have 4 tanks down low. My down low tanks. These are 15-gallon tanks. 2 there and 2 here. And I am not happy with them at all. For one thing, I can't see them. That's a real problem. For another, they ain't happy tanks. So I've got to make a decision about that, what I want to do about them. Whether I want to just get rid of them and put a single tank there, a 3-foot on one side and a 4-foot on the other. I don't know. I haven't decided. And they're sitting there because I haven't decided. At some point, I will decide what to do. And I'll do that when I figure out a plan that's going to really make sense. Because right now, I ain't got one. But my hunch is that it's going to tie in to this 40-gallon long here. That the plan for that is going to relate to the plan for these others as well. And that's what you get into and need to think about when you have multi-tanks, when you have a number of tanks. Now, I have a number of tanks, but I don't have unlimited tanks. When I was at the shop, I had unlimited tanks. Now I don't. I've got 11 tanks here. Well, 12 if you count the little seahorse tank up here. That's my pygmy seahorse tank, which is actually doing pretty well, I think. See if we can spot a seahorse. I think there's one right in front. Do you see one? I thought I saw one. Yeah, right there. This thing doesn't focus very well when you get real close. And I don't think I can make it focus. Anyway, 12 tanks I've got, including that one. So I have to decide what I want to keep and what tanks I need in order to be able to do it. So it takes some planning. And actually, I've not done that planning yet. I've been here now of 5 or 6 months. I'm just getting past the point where I'm not grieving over the shop anymore, and I'm beginning to think about the direction I want to go in and do some planning and do some thinking. I haven't figured out what I want to do with these tanks. I mean, I've got them here, but I don't have anything in them that is really interesting and exciting to me. So I'm kind of in an odd place. A lot of people a lot of fish keepers will build their room based on an ambition to do a particular thing. Maybe it's guppies or bettas or whatever it is, breeding angels. They'll build their fish room based on their interest in a specific kind of fish. Maybe it's killies, whatever it is. I'm not at that place. I don't have an ambition to do any particular thing. So I have to sit and wait and just kind of stew over things. until it finally, comes around and I begin to figure out a direction I want to go in. I guess what I'm saying about all that is don't be uptight about it. If you find yourself in that position, you don't need to do anything about it. Here's we have a friend here who's on his way up to us. Hey, Kenny,
What are you
how
doing,
are
brother?
you? Let me put my ears on so I can hear you.
Well, I was just going to say, I got to see you in your unlimited space, and I got to tell
You
you, sir,
did,
it was amazing.
yeah.
I loved it.
It was. It was. I got to do everything I ever wanted to do, and there were a lot of things I wanted to do, and I did them all. I did everything. I had every fish I ever wanted to have, minus maybe one, a paddlefish. I never got a paddlefish. I've had paddlefish though.
Paddlefish and sturgeon.
Well, I had sturgeon. I couldn't keep them alive, but I had them. Um, they were a cold water variety, and so they didn't do well in Florida.
I just wanted to come up and say I got to see the awesome fatherfish before you pulled the plug and went down to the 11 tanks. I got to see you in your prime, brother, and it was amazing.
And it's really kind of almost frustrating because I feel a little bit uncomfortable about what I've got here because it's not really put together. There's nothing exciting here. I've got tanks and they're all deep substrate tanks, but they're kind of languishing. So maybe what I need to do is ask for some advice, some help from all my YouTube friends.
Well, fatherfish, I'm going to be the first to tell you, I'm going to be going through the same process soon. I'm going to go from 75, and I'm guessing with what I'm going to be going to, it's probably going to be about 55 tanks when I'm done. But I'm tired of changing water on 10 and 20s. It's just time consuming. You got to sit there the whole time and watch it. I think we're going to go to, basically when we're done, it's going to be for the shrimp tanks, it'll be 30 gallons or better, and everything else will be a 75 or above. I'm just done messing with the because it's time consuming. Having to sit there and drain, 10 gallons and 20 gallons. It's just one thing I don't have, unfortunately, is time anymore. And
I know.
So
Lucas is amazing that way. Now he does not have little tiny tanks. He doesn't have 10-gallon tanks. He's got 20
a couple, but what he uses those for are his initial quarantine tanks. That's all he uses them for. His main tanks are, I think he's sitting on about 55 gallon or better on his main tanks.
Right.
And I'll be seeing him in less than a week. I cannot wait. He's going to be here.
That's fabulous.
He's going to be here. He's going to stay tonight with me Friday night. Then Saturday night we'll head into the event. But he'll be staying here Friday. Can you believe this, Fatherfish? I got Dan's Fish and Lucas both here Friday night.
Wow. That'll be great fun. That'll be great fun.
Oh, I am stoked out of my mind. I really am.
I'll bet you. Lucas is going to be.
Well, you've met him. You know how he is. I mean, he's just a special individual. And I mean,
Lucas is coming to Florida in November.
Oh, nice.
Going to be at the Pasco County Club. So I want to get up and see him there. He's not going to be there in a time frame that'll make it possible to bring him down to Tampa or Venice.
So something to put on your calendar. And I wanted to ask you if you would consider next year for Fishtoberfest being one of our speakers.
Oh, wow. That would be exciting. I'll tell you something else. I'll give you a little heads up. One of the things I've been doing in my club is working on developing professional auctioneering skills.
Oh,
nobody's doing that in the fish world. It's all is 6, 7, not like that. This is, yeah, I'm
Well, believe it or
working on
not,
it.
Father Fish, what I've made this event around, there is no auction. I've turned it back to the hobbyist. And one thing I've always been aggravated with is the ever long auction at the end of the event.
Oh, I
Okay.
know.
So
Yeah.
what I wanted to do was eliminate that. And I've allowed it to be a swap format where the vendors will sell their fish at the table at the night of the event.
Oh, that's terrific.
And as far as auction, the only thing that will be auctioned that day, there are some donations that are being given to us. Very expensive, hard to find fish. So I'm going to be doing
Nice.
those as an auction item. But
That'll be cool.
we have F1 tank raised Altum Angel is going to be up for auction, which somebody is going to go home with some quality fish.
Wow.
I'm excited for whoever ends up with them, but
that'll start at $100. 100, bid it at 100. Do I hear 100? 100, now 2, now 200.
But the reason I was
be
here
fun.
is James on his members only stream played the video of us catching all those wonderful mollies.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
And I thought about you and I saw you came on. I'm like, oh, I got to go see Father Fish. I mean,
that's fun.
I can't express to you enough how much that day meant to me. I mean, that was awesome.
Well, I really appreciate that. It was such a nice deal to have. Yeah, you and James and Ed there. It was just wonderful. They came into my shop. They had been driving for hours, and the first thing I did, they walked into the shop and I gave them each a big box full of plants to plant in my tanks. And they spent the next hour planting plants.
Now, if you guys know Kenny E. of Daniken Aquatics, you know I'm not a plant guy. So he put a great deal of risk involved, put me in charge of planting plants. I mean, he really did.
Well, you guys did a great job. Those, and then we went out collecting.
That collecting trip, Father Fish, if I never say another word to you, that was a trip of a lifetime, and I cannot thank you enough. Had an absolute amazing time with you.
Well, it was great fun for me. Would have liked to have made it a whole week long. Now I'm going to be at the American Libraries Association meeting in Miami this month. It's the end of this month, 20th to the 24th. So anybody who can get over for that.
Are you going to be speaking for that event, or?
No, I'm not. No, they don't know what they're missing.
Well, like I said, I next year, just play it on. Next year, October, Father Fish is coming to Fishtoberfest to speak for the Greater Portland Aquarium Society.
Well, I would love it. I would love it, and I'll do it. We'll put the nickels together to do it.
No. You don't need to put the nickels together, brother. We'll make sure you get here. So.
Well, all right. You got a date.
You don't have to worry about your airfare or your hotel. I just want you to come speak about the natural aquarium and do what you do. Like I said, I would have liked to have had you this year, but I knew you were going through the transition of moving from the store and whatnot. So I didn't want to bother you with that.
Well, I appreciate that, Kenny.
This year.
I think in a year's time we're going to be further down the road too. So it'll be pretty exciting.
I think by then you'll probably be at 20K.
I'm hitting 10. I'm getting to 10. Yeah, I don't know. YouTube's made it a lot tougher. They've really tightened it up a lot. Well, thank you, Kenny, very much.
I've got gentlemen coming over tonight. He just did a move, and when he moved, he got his stand bent for the 300-gallon. So now he called me up tonight. They're coming over. We're going to lift my 300 up on the stand, and I'm going to be watching. I'm basically going to be sitting for him while he gets his stuff repaired. But I'm going to be having peacock bass, 2 of those, 2 very large red-tail catfish, 2 very large iridescent sharks. What else have we got? 2 very big Oscars, and then a couple of Jack Dempsey's. So there, I don't know if you've met Ryan from Natural Aquariums. He's coming over to help me.
I don't think so.
And then this gentleman's name's Ethan, but he needs me to basically babysit his fish while he fixes his stand. So I'm here in the next few minutes. I'm guessing they'll be showing up for us to. It's a 3-man show minimum when you're lifting 300-gallon tanks.
Oh, I know. I've done it a few times. Know
but I'm
what
going to
that's
use
like.
these guys as fish to make sure my seals are all good on my 300 and all that before I put those ultims in it. And,
you bet.
they're supposed to be here pretty soon, but I wanted to at least come up and tell you, you undersell yourself, sir, because you gave me a couple of days there that I will never forget, and I absolutely love you for it. I mean, it was an amazing time. Uh-oh, where'd Lou go? This isn't the Kenny E show. This is the Father Fish show. So where did he go? I think he might have blasted out for us, guys. Oh, where did you go, Lou? I think Father Fish might have blasted himself from his own chat here, guys, from his own stream. So we'll wait patiently. I'm sure he'll be back. So as I said when I came in, Fishtoberfest this weekend, guys. If you're in the Portland area or one of the states touching, it's going to be an amazing time. Head on out to Fishtoberfest. It'll be October 10th at the Embassy Suites Airport Way in Portland. Yep, that's what he just put. Be there in a minute. So he must have had some issues. How you doing, Lunar Bettas? Pleasure to meet you. I'm Kenny E with Daniken Aquatics. There he is.
Right. That's the second time this happened tonight. I have a bad connection on this camera, I think. And if I touch it, it drops out. And then I've got to go all the way off and come back on to get it to come up.
Well,
Thank you, Kenny.
Are you going to be doing some collecting this weekend, or?
Yeah, Sunday.
Nice.
I have orders for about 20 pygmy sunfish, Elosoma evergladi. So we're going to be out doing that. And of course, I'm doing pygmy seahorses right now.
Danny is on me so bad to go ahead and try those out. My problem is, Father Fish, I'm afraid if I start with one saltwater, I know how it goes, okay? You don't
I understand.
do one tank.
Do a little 2-gallon tank. Just a little tiny one. Even a goldfish.
Then that 2-gallon turns to a 55-gallon. Then that 55-gallon turns to a 120-gallon. Then that 120-gallon. I know how it goes, Father Fish.
Well, you need to have a little discipline.
We have none.
That's the problem. MTS is real. I've lost you again, haven't I?
No, I'm here.
Oh, I thought I heard a beep beep.
That was somebody texting me. I think it's my gentleman who's here. So,
all right, I'll let you go. Thank you, Kenny. Love you.
Well, I love you, brother. Thank you so much, and
appreciate you coming up.
To talk about it. I got to see Father Fish in its greatness. So,
thank you. I have lots of memories.
Good night. Pleasure meeting everybody.
Good night. But thank you, Kenny. Sweet, sweet man. Your Wi-Fi, try plugging into your router. I am plugged into my router. Oh, dear. All right. Where are we at? MTS is real. Yes, it is. What are we at? 9:30. We're getting down to it. We got about 5 minutes left, guys. Let's see. Roman being overrun by Val and high grow, and even stems. That's Xanadu. It's a nice problem to have, isn't it? I take these things off so I can talk normally. Ah! It's not the same without father fish fighting with technology. Comedy relief. Ain't that the truth? I do more of that than anything else, don't I? Oh, Lord. Any suggestions for getting rid of hair algae? I was talking with J-Dog today about that. There's a discipline involved in getting rid of hair algae. The first step in getting rid of hair algae is to manually take it out. You get as much as you can, and you keep up with it. It grows back more or less in clumps. When you see a clump of it, take it out. Every time you see a clump, take it out. Don't let it get more than a week or so out of control. Then you want to have nerites, mystery snails, plecostomus, mollies. All of those or any of those will eat it, but they can't eat large amounts of it. And they can't keep up with it if it's growing out of control. So you have to manually start pulling it out. Eventually, you'll beat it. Eventually, between your efforts and the efforts of your tank cleaners, they'll be able to overcome it, and you won't have it anymore. It just takes discipline, and it takes time. You can do it that way, or you can try to poison it. The problem with putting any kind of algicide in is all of the plants are affected by that. So you're not going to do yourself any favors. You can do water changes, but that really isn't going to get rid of the problem. You have to manually remove it and have things in it like snails that will be able to eat it and be able to finally get those last little threads of it. Once you get it down to the point where they can begin to control it. And you'll get rid of it. It just takes time, and you can't let it get out of control. Stay at it routinely. Get in there once a week and pull it out. No matter how little it is, take it out. And you'll beat it. It'll come. Marcy SoCal. Nice to have you with us, Marcy. And we'll try to get some help for you with this guy. We do have an aquatic biologist who works with us on Discord. I gave you the link for that. If you come over there, we'll try to get this in front of him. And maybe he'll have some thoughts as well. So what you can do about this beautiful animal you've got. Isabella, Platy has clam fins, been using acid buffer to low high pH. That's not the problem. They can handle a high pH. Don't play with the pH. That rarely is the problem. If he's got clam fins, there's something else going on in there. If you have a chance, come on over to Discord, Isabella, where we can spend some time with you and help you work on this. You'll be able to post pictures and talk to some folks about it, and I think get some good advice. Lunar Betta says, I have a crazy hair algae tank. I keep shrimp and baby plecos in there. Good idea. They both eat it. They'll never defeat it, but it'll be a constant source of food for them, won't it? Scott Stankovich calls his tank cleaners his French maids. Oh my. An excuse to get more nerites, you betcha. And ram's horns, you betcha. As a friend of Marimo's, hair algae is a part of my life here, Fishy. Yeah, I understand that. Yeah, ram's horns won't do much with it. Nerites will. And apple snails will tear it up, but you'll lose every other plant you've got in there as well. So there's no trade-off there. Tori's posting the Discord link. Do come over to Discord. We just got our 600th member on Discord today. So we're growing by leaps and bounds over there, and it's really, really fun and really exciting. Debbie Russell, we're in Discord till we ask questions about the substrate method. There's a section called Food Web. Food Web. That's a good place to go. That's really where all of the deep substrate and the food web and so forth, where all of those issues are dealt with. So come on over to the food web. You can do it anywhere, Q&A, but that's a good place. Plant Talks is another one. You can bring it up in Plant Talks. Lots of choices. Mainly just come on over and get involved. It really is fun. You'll meet so many cool people and have a lot of fun there. All right, we're at 9:30, boys and girls. Let's see if we can get a little music up here. I don't know if I can. And we will go off singing, shall we? Who is that? New York City Fish Keeper. I didn't even see you. Hi. Can I hear you? Can I hear you?
I just popped up on the scene.
There you are. My goodness sakes. I didn't know you were here. I'm sorry.
It's all right. It's all right. How y'all doing?
Good. We just ran out of time. We're at 9:30. And Lucas is on, so we need to get out of here. Listen, I'll be here Sunday evening at 6. Come on back in, and we'll have a chance to chat.
Will do.
Good. Thanks for coming up. Bye for now.
All right. Thanks.
All right.
Thanks for having me.
Come on back. You bet. Mercy. All right. We really need to go. We need to hit the decks. Take care, everybody. See you all Sunday night, 6 o'clock. Come on over to Discord. Let's chat for a while. Take care. Love you. Nice to be with you. Bye for now.